Hello and welcome to the Weekly Whatever, our weekly show where we talk about whatever we want. I'm Chris,
And I'm Brad.
and we are bringing you another Survivor recap immediately after the show aired, because that's how we do things here now.
Boom. Lock it in.
Just, yeah, it's happening.
Yeah. It's tradition.
Finally hitting our stride, you know, right at the end.
Yep. One
Closing it
take.
out strong at least. One
One
take.
take.
We always do it in one take. That is the Weekly Whatever guarantee.
Yep. And until we do it live, no one can disprove that statement.
Yep. Except for people pointing at the fact that there are multiple episodes,
It's
like
fine.
chunks.
It's
Fuck,
fine.
shut up.
It's
No.
fine. Those are technical
Qualifies.
issues. It's fine. All right. Big episode tonight. Big tribal council. Saw Dan's Advantage come out and Carolyn's Idol,
Yep.
which just
Heavy
made
hitters.
Dan's Advantage completely useless.
Hilarious,
And
though.
yeah, Dan the man is no longer in the game. He is not in the final two or
He's
three.
not, which I feel good about. Final two. It's happening.
It's
You're here
not.
first.
It's not happening.
Straight out of Brad's face.
It was a dream that I had that Dan and Will would be the final two. The dream is dead. Now it goes back to a final three.
Yeah.
Uh, um. Yeah. Pretty pretty interesting tribal. I'm still trying to sort out Dan's thought process. We talked about it a little bit. We'll get to it because I want to go through it. That's the end. That'll cap it all off. Um,
this,
so
this episode was a lot of embarrassment for Dan, pretty much all the way down the line.
it wasn't
Like,
good.
no.
No. All right. Let's kick this off. Let's start at the beginning and let's talk about this conversation that Carolyn has with Mike. And they're sitting on the beach, and Carolyn tells Mike what Dan's advantage is. Now, I know Mike is your boy,
Mike's my boy. I'm
Mike,
glad he's getting all the information he needs.
but
So,
if you're Carolyn, is this a good move?
I don't know why she did it. Like, there's zero reason for her to have done that. Because she wants to get rid of Mike. She doesn't need to be giving him any kind of ammunition to throw things at anyone else. You know, if he didn't win immunity, he could have gone to camp and started spewing what the truth of his advantage is. And then it switches from Dan has some mystical advantage that no one knows what it is to Dan has this thing that is getting more powerful every tribal, and it's better to get him out early. If people know that, that's not good. That's shifting things away from Mike if he didn't win immunity.
Right.
So I don't know why she did it.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like she kind of just wanted to do it to gain his trust, but Mike has nowhere else to go. He
Yeah.
has to go with Carolyn. So yeah, I thought it was a really unnecessary move. And you're right, it could have blown up in her face.
Hmm.
But of course, Mike is just good at challenges, and
Yep.
he's permanently safe with his flawless strategy of winning immunities.
Oh
Um,
yes.
actually, hold on. I'm gonna make another note here. All right.
Scorpion blood.
That's
Sorry.
actually poison, is what that is. That's poison running through his veins. All right. So Carolyn at the reward challenge. Actually, this is not. Let's do this in a different order. Let's talk about the reward challenge first. And
Yeah. Embarrassment number one for Dan. Just really, really sucking. I mean, everyone did. So it's
everyone,
not
yeah,
just
it's
him.
not. It wasn't just Dan.
It was a collective suck. But I mean, just chalking that up as embarrassment number one for Dan anyway.
Yeah, they. It was
Everyone should be
it
embarrassed.
was an hour, over an hour, where they could
An
not.
hour of that.
I mean, they have an X in the phrase. How many words from Survivor can you think have an X?
The sad thing is that it was said by
Yeah,
what's her face. Sierra way early, and Dan's like, "Fucking no,
Yeah,
shut up,
yeah,
go sit over there."
yeah. No, there's not enough room or whatever the hell he says. Are you serious? It's like, oh my god. Um, yeah, that was rough. And at what point does Jeff just go like reward with all the fixins, race to it, like just whoever spells it first. Just oh my
That would
god.
actually be awesome.
I don't know how much longer he could have gone without doing that. He was getting so close to just saying the phrase. He's just talking around it. It's like anytime you guys want to figure out what I'm saying. Oh man. That was that was brutal. All right. Now Carolyn, Mike, and Will, who I thought were gonna struggle a little bit because they had Will, and maybe Rodney was gonna get a reward win, but no,
No.
this is not his day. Um, they win. They win reward, and Carolyn is again struggling with the notion of giving up her reward to Rodney. I mean, doesn't it make sense to just either do it or don't even bring it up?
Yeah, yeah. But at that point, even Jeff was talking about it, so it
Yeah.
seemed like he was going to bring it up anyways. I don't know. She's in a tough spot because she said dumb things because she's dumb. But I think she made the right decision in the end. She shouldn't have given it to him.
No, absolutely not. And you should just stick to that. You should stick to. I mean, Mike laid it out. He said if you want to go on reward, win.
Yeah,
That should
like do it
like
yourself.
yeah. That and it should just die right there. Carolyn should just say, we won. We're gonna take it, and not just like, I don't know. Maybe I'll give it to him. Maybe I won't. Yeah, I won't. That's just making him more angry.
Yeah.
And while Rodney's wrath has not proven to be anything to be feared in the game, it's probably not a great idea to continue to tease him with these rewards.
What I really want to know is how they've all been living on this island for so long and no one noticed those fruits. Like, they can't just be growing in one spot in that one place. Like, it's got to be somewhat widespread.
Yeah.
And no one saw them ever. Even last season, we never seen that fruit before.
Yeah. It was it's like 10 feet past tree mail. No one's actually gone past the tree mail yet. And it's like, I wonder what's over there.
On this island, did they find the idol in this camp? Or is that the one that kind of disappeared? That's the one that Mike got. Never mind.
Yeah, I think that's the assumption is that that's the idol Mike got. There wasn't like an additional idol at merge or anything like that. It was just that idol.
Yeah.
So, but now there should be. I'm pretty sure they'll rehide the idol for the Final Five tribal. So
Really?
it'll be well. I mean, there's still a one shot you can
'Cause there's none
play
in
it,
play. Yeah.
right? I mean,
Makes sense.
when it's played, you kind of throw it back into circulation, I guess.
Usually, but there's so many now.
Yeah,
Like lately, they didn't
yeah.
do that at all this season. I don't know.
No. But we could see it, and maybe Mike will be out there tearing apart the island to try and find an idol. Could save himself again.
That'd be nice.
That would be interesting. I would like to see that, rather than
Yep.
just an immunity run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I really want to see is him talk his way through it. Like, I
Yeah.
want to see him not win and then still make it.
Absolutely. Like if he had not won immunity and then blown up Dan's advantage, I would have loved that if it kept him in the game. That would be amazing. Great strategy, and he's done a lot of good stuff. But yeah, having to rely on the immunity, it's like, well, what's really different between you and Joe at this point?
That he's still there. Well,
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. What's different between their games at this point?
at this point, I don't know.
Yeah.
But his earlier game was
His
really good.
his earlier game was fantastic. On that basis alone, he's the best player on the beach. But yeah, lately he's been relying a little bit. He's been going for a lot of chaos.
Yeah,
Lately.
that's because he fucked up that
Yeah.
letters thing. And
Yeah.
it's just put him on the bottom. ever
Yeah,
since.
scumbag the entire tribe.
Yeah.
or toyed with it. All right. Um,
Oh, another thing. Family visit not happening this season.
um,
Do they ever do it in the finale?
that's interesting. They typically do it a little earlier than what this is, than where we are. I don't know if they've ever
Yeah.
done it in the finale. I don't remember when they did it in Brains, Bronze, Beauty. Um, I don't know.
They might not have had
That's
one.
interesting.
They might
They
not have
no,
had one
they
that
did
season.
have one for sure.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
All right.
I do remember Spencer's sister being out there and there's a challenge and all that crap. I don't know. That's interesting though. Actually, I didn't even consider that. Maybe, maybe we'll see it at the final five.
Maybe. Yeah,
Maybe,
that'd be cool.
maybe Rodney's mom will come out there and he'll
But then
finally
she'll have to
stop
leave
bitching.
because you won't win.
That would be so goddamn funny. Oh my god. Holy crap. I would love that.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Oh, I want that now. Wow. All right. That would be amazing. Best moment of the season is Rodney's mom walking away after he loses another challenge. He's like, they made me do dishes on my birthday, bro. My
He calls his
birthday.
mom bro.
Oh man, I want that to happen so bad. All right. So after the reward challenge, Mike, Will, and Carolyn are on a reward challenge, and Mike is just talking about, hey, how about this for the final three? Which makes sense for him,
Yeah.
and honestly, it makes
Well,
sense
because
for Will.
any final three makes sense for Mike, though.
Yeah, like, I mean that's the thing. Like he
Two
could
people
do
he's talking to.
anything.
Let's do final three.
Yeah, and honestly, it makes sense for Will too. At this point, if someone says final three, you say yes.
Yeah.
Just get to the dance. No one's gonna dance
Yep.
with you, but just get to the dance.
Will's the precise opposite of Mike's situation, where it's like you can't win against anyone, so you might as well say yes. Mike can beat anyone, so you might as well say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Carolyn, it really seems like she's considering going to the end with Mike, or
No, she's
working
not.
with Mike, moving forward.
She just
If he loses immunity, sure, but if he doesn't, I mean,
well, if he goes on an immunity run, she has no power anyways. Basically, she has said this episode, like, once he loses, bye bye Mike. But while he's here, she wants him to be in her pocket and no one else's, which is what she's doing, I think.
I guess. I mean, that is
Because if she can
good. Better.
convince him to go on, I mean, if he goes on the run, and she has him thinking, "I want Mama C with me," that's exactly what she wants, right? So
Yeah, I think she's in a lot of trouble because now there is a big target on her back. She got a lot of votes,
oh yeah,
and as we've seen, the people that start to get targeted get bounced pretty quick. I mean, she dodged one bullet with her idol, but she could be in some danger
yep,
moving forward.
it's gonna get messy.
Yeah. All right. What did you think of Mike telling Dan that the whole tribe is against him, and they're gonna vote him out? I can help you. You just need to work with me.
You know, it was Dan's last shot at redemption, and that's embarrassment number what? We at three, two.
Two. Yeah.
No, that was after immunity. So it's
It
number
was
three.
it was after the immunity challenge. Yeah.
Number two was cocking that up.
Yeah. That was an intense immunity challenge.
It was,
Mike almost blew it.
yeah.
Yeah. He circled the hole for so long, and Sarah almost got in there.
It's a different description than you previously gave me, but okay.
You know, I'm trying to clean up for
Clean up your act. Yeah,
the show.
that's fair. It's
This
okay.
this is a highbrow show.
It's a family show.
Yeah.
Think of the children, man.
All of our young our young listeners.
Can't even say that.
No,
It's not okay.
it's because we don't have listeners. All right. So
Where
Yeah.
were we?
I have no idea. Mike was circling a hole at some point. He won the immunity. All right, yeah. So he's kind of trying to start chaos, and yeah, Dan's not having it. It's
Was
like
that chaos, or was that him
I
saying,
think it's
"Dan, come on, Dan"?
man, come on. But I mean, like, what's the end game there for Mike? Isn't that like doesn't that just turn Dan against Carolyn? Like,
Yeah,
isn't Carolyn the other? But doesn't he want Carolyn around because she's working with
I
him?
think you'd rather have Dan than Carolyn. Like a Dan that's on his side,
I guess so. Um, I don't know.
because then he can play up the whole blue, super blue strong. Look how fucking blue strong we are, because we're all blues.
Yeah, but Dan's shown no evidence that he's even willing to be in the
Oh,
same place as Mike. So
I know.
I mean, I
He's
don't
been
really.
wasting his breath for a while.
Yeah. So I mean, I under like it seems like it's just kind of making them hate each other, which is good strategy, I think. But I don't, yeah. It just seemed more like sowing chaos than actual, hey man, let's work
Seemed
together.
like it was sincere. Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Um and yeah,
Well,
Dan,
okay, if he's just sowing chaos, then what does he do if he does get through Dan?
well then
Does he just say
he,
psych?
he can do whatever he
And then Dan goes
wants,
home.
really.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, he would want Dan to either play his advantage or get voted out, I assume, because he doesn't know about Carolyn's idol. So the biggest threat would be Dan's advantage.
Mm.
That's my guess. But who knows? He can do whatever he wants if he gets Dan on his side, because then he has both of them.
Yeah,
Um,
crazy.
yeah. All right. So I'm still struggling with this. It's the biggest moment of the episode. Dan plays his advantage at tribal council. I we talked about it a little bit, and I mean,
Yeah.
you helped me sort it out that maybe he's thinking Carolyn, Sierra, and Mike voted against him, and so he is gonna play his double vote, and then Dan will Rodney Dan will have 4 to their 3. Okay, but I I don't. Did he not think he had Sierra? Like to me, I'm looking at it like does he I feel like he either has everybody or he has nobody. And that's the way the tribe has been voting. It's everybody against Mike and then one person just gets the boot. And now
Mm.
I'm struggling with it so much. It's so frustrating because I don't understand.
You're giving Dan too much credit, I think. Dan's not that bright.
Is he
He's just
just
like, I have this thing I need to do.
yeah, like he's just
Oh, the
brute
thing.
forcing
Oh,
throwing votes. Like is
yeah.
is he just a super fan that can't count?
That's
Is
exactly what
is
he
a
is.
super fan that can't do math?
I think you just nailed it right on the head.
It's so
Dan goes out with precisely the hypocrisy that he's shown all game.
the ultimate humiliation. Fantastic end for him.
Yep.
It
Embarrassment
drive
number three.
yeah,
Four.
4,
Sorry.
yeah. It drives me nuts. I'm struggling with it so much because what the hell? Like and we talked it out like if he doesn't play his idol or his advantage, then it's 3-3. Then, okay, there might be there will be a revote. Dan and Carolyn will not vote. Assuming Mike and Sierra did vote against Dan and Will and Rodney voted against Carolyn, and they stay the same, then Sierra, Will, and Rodney are drawing rocks. They're not going to want to do that. None of
But okay,
them are
what's the
targets right
meta
now.
on that? What if they all flip? I don't understand how that works.
Well, I mean, I would be shocked if all 3 of them flip their votes. There's really no precedent. There's only been rocks drawn twice in
Huh.
history. Most recently in the first Blood versus Water, in which Tina's daughter Katie drew the bad rock
Oh
and
yeah.
got voted out or got kicked out. Um, I don't I don't understand. I mean, to me, I would expect Sarah to flip and to vote out Carolyn at that point. She is a way bigger target. She would have been a
Hmm.
threat to win the game. I mean, Sierra may hate Dan, and maybe I'm giving Sierra more credit than she deserves. But I don't see why they would risk drawing rocks at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
don't know.
because all
It's
three
messy.
of them are almost locks to get into the final four at least. Um, I don't know. It's crazy. I am still I'm having such a hard time processing this. And none of it even mattered because Karen just played her idol.
Which I think is the best part of all of that.
Yeah, Dan's big strategic moment.
Yep.
And like, what if you're Dan, why don't you just throw two votes on Sierra? Then if Carol, then you know, if Carolyn, no, well then she would flip. They'd have three.
Hmm.
Then I don't know. I feel like there's so many things you could do,
I think at
and
the end of the day, what you really got to say is, Dan who? Like,
yeah, no one
I
is
didn't
going
see
to
his
remember
name on the list of second chance contestants, possible contestants.
him.
So,
Yeah,
eh.
that has really taken over the uh, the Survivor world. Like, I don't know how many people really care about this season as much anymore. It's like so much of the focus is on Survivor 31.
I don't know. I'm still very invested in the boy Mike.
Oh man,
Take it all the way.
I've been reading and listening to so many interviews and AMAs that the potential survivors have done. Um, I'm like, all right, like, it's fine. The season's happening. Mike's gonna win. We can, great. I really want to see 31 and who's gonna be on 31. At
Yeah.
this point, I don't care as much about this season, which has to suck for the people on the show.
Eh. Like who?
Well, any of them really, especially the ones that didn't get an invite back, like Rodney, Dan. I mean, Sarah and Will never stood a shot at coming back, but um, yeah. All right. Okay, now let's talk about something that we talked about last week. And I talked to you off the air before we did our power rankings episode yesterday. And I said that I went back. I think Tyler should have been kept in the game. I think it was too soon for Carolyn to make a move against him.
Yeah.
I went back to my original way of thinking. And I think if Tyler's in the game here and Dan is not, it's better for Carolyn. I think.
Because he would absorb all of the crazy.
Yeah,
All
he's still
people
getting
will be chucking
all the
votes at him.
votes. Like, okay, let's say he is a comp threat. He wins immunity. Mike goes home. That's good. Let's say Mike still wins immunity. Tyler goes home. And then Carolyn still has her idol. And Dan's advantage is already out of the game. I don't
Hmm.
see how this situation is better for Carolyn.
Hmm.
She
Yeah, I mean you're right. I think
she became a target.
yeah.
I think it was too soon. Maybe she still gets to the end, but it's a really rocky road now.
Yeah.
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 Like
That's fair.
now she has to go back to camp and explain why she didn't tell anybody she had an idol, which is fine because they all voted for her, so she couldn't
I
trust them
know.
anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, she could have done that, you know, at final
Yeah.
five, final
Yeah.
four. Yeah. So I think it was too early to blindside Tyler. And I I think my logic is sound in that I'm not just
Your logic
a
is
little a little biased to my boy Tyler.
yeah. Your boy Tyler. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's fine. Yeah. All right.
He wasn't on the list, was he?
No,
Of people to come back.
I don't think he was good enough TV for them.
Yeah. That's true. He actually really wasn't.
Yeah, he was pretty boring to
He's boring
watch.
as fuck.
Yeah, he didn't do much. He's playing a very quiet game.
Yeah. But I liked him.
Yeah, I thought he was the kind of
Yes.
Survivor player that that I would aspire to be out there, just kind of taking in all the information and not give it to Carolyn. But very calculating.
Yeah.
Yeah, not abrasive and in people's faces. Cool, calm, and collective.
Ugh, got it.
All right, all right. Final words on Dan.
Dan who? Sticking with that.
Fantastic. All right. That's the recap. Done. We did it. We'll come back with the power rankings at a point before the next episode.
Yes.
Yep. Let us know what you think about this vote, about the decision to get rid of my boy Tyler. You think it was the right decision? Looking back at it, it's not. It's the wrong decision. That's it. Subscribe to the channel. We're done.
And look forward to a very special segment after our recap of the finale where we will break down the official cast list and have picks to win for you.
Boom.
And maybe I'll win twice in a row.
Boom. Statistically unlikely. Steven Fishback's
Yeah.
gonna bring it home though. Calling it now.
Yeah.
Alright.
Calling it now.
Fucking no
Before-
chance he wins that game. No chance. He's 100% he's on the show. 0% chance he wins that game.
Interesting.
That dude is a first boot. 100%.
I gotta rewatch this season then, because I don't remember any of his deal at all.
He got decimated in the final tribal by JT. And I just finished watching it, and he was great. I loved him. He was really funny. He was strategic. He played the game well. He just sucked in the final tribal. But he's on a podcast every week where he breaks down strategy, and it's called Survivor Know-It-Alls. And everyone that he's playing with fucking knows that. There's no way he goes far in the game. That dude is out first. But I want him to win. I love Steven Fishback. He's great. Honest. I had never watched his season before. So it was a really fun watch for me. All right, this is not anything anymore. This is no longer a recap. We'll be back.
No longer a recap. Okay.
Yeah, back with the power rankings sometime before the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. We're out.